Welcome students once again to the accounting session. In the yesterday session, we have learned how to prepare the purchase book and sales book. Today, we will learn about the purchase return book and sales return book. So, what do you mean by purchase returns? This I have discussed already while teaching the journal list. We will see once again what is meant by purchase returns. It is also called as return outwards. Return outwards. Return outward means you are returning the goods to the supplier from you. If the goods is going outwards, it means return outwards. So why you return the goods? What are the reasons for returning the goods? First reason, the goods may be in the part of goods you purchase may be in damaged condition. Or the part of goods you purchased may be in defective condition. Maybe timely delivery may not be made. Or else goods may not be as per the sample you were shown. Or goods may not be as per your specifications. And etc. There are many reasons for returning of goods. First reason is the part of goods you have purchased may be in damaged condition. For example, if you are purchasing 100 boxes of glasses, 100 boxes of glasses for drinking water, and if it is not packed properly with the dried grass and sent to the transportation to you, maximum glasses will break down in the transportation process only. So if you receive the goods, it will be in damaged condition. You can't do anything with that. You cannot even repair that. So at that time what you will do? That part of the goods which was damaged, you will return it back to the supplier, because it is the mistake of the supplier that he has not packed properly the glasses. Second is defective. Sometimes there will be manufacturing defect. So you cross verify the goods that you have purchased, and if some of the goods are in the defective condition, you will return it back. And third is timely delivery of goods was not made. This is very important. You have ordered umbrellas in the rainy season, and if the supplier is sending or delivering the goods in winter season, what will you do with the umbrellas in the winter season? Again, you have to stock that, hire a godown, pay a godown rent, and you should take care of that umbrellas until summer or rainy season. So what you will do? You will not accept that delivery. You may return the goods. So these are the reasons for returning of goods. Next is goods may not be as per the samples as shown to you. Sometimes the supplier may show you a different sample, and while sending he may send the goods which does not meet the sample, so which does not meet the specifications of the sample. He has shown something and sent something, so in that case you may return the goods. And lastly, goods may not be as per your specifications. You might have given some specification to the supplier that the goods should meet this specification. If the goods are not meeting that specification, you will return the goods. Yet there are many reasons for returning the goods. These are the few reasons which I have explained to you for returning of goods. Either it may be sales return or purchase return. The reasons are same. So in case of sales return, the customer will face these problems and he will return goods to you. In case of purchase returns, you might have faced these problems, and so you might have returned the goods. So in both the things, that is purchase returns as well as sales returns, the reasons are common. So for these reasons only goods are returned. So let us see now the format of purchase return book and sales return book. Purchase return book. Date, name of the party, here, debit note number. You will write debit note number. LF amount. Here also sales return. Date, name of the party, credit note number, right? Credit note number. Amount. Sorry, LF amount. So this is the format of you return goods, you will record that in the purchase returns. If the customer is returning the goods, we will record in the sales return. If the customer is returning goods to us, we will record in the sales return book. And if we are returning the goods, we will record in the purchase returns book. So write down the format of this purchase return book and sales return book. Now let us see some of the examples and try to decide in which book we are supposed to record that. 1/10/2015. Returned goods of ₹5,000 to Raj. In which book you will record that? Purchase book, purchase return book or sales return book. So transaction is returned goods of ₹5,000 to Raj. It means that we are returning the goods to Raj. We are returning the goods to Raj. So it means we are supposed to record this transaction in purchase return book. So 1/10/2015 Raj. Debit note number, you can write any number, then 1, 2, 3, 4 only you make 5,000. Then you will prepare one ledger of Raj. Purchase returns mean what happens? Raj account will be debited to purchase returns. 1/10/2015 to purchase returns. How much? 5,000. Next, 5/10/2015. 5/10/2015. Shyam returned us goods of ₹3,000. Shyam returned us goods of ₹3,000. So now we will see in which book we are supposed to record this. Here in this transaction, Shyam is returning us goods of ₹3,000. Shyam is returning us goods of ₹3,000. So 5/10/2015. So if Shyam is returning us, it means that he is our customer. We might have sold goods to him. So due to some of the reason, he is returning goods of ₹3,000 to us. So it is what? Sales return. Sales return. We have sold goods to Shyam and he is returning us the goods. So here Shyam. Credit note number 1. So here 3,000. Next, returned goods of rupees 15,000 to Ajay Traders. Returned goods of rupees 15,000 to Ajay Traders. So what does this mean? It means that we are returning goods to Ajay. It means because we have purchased goods only, now due to one of the reasons that we have learned, we are returning the goods. So it means that it is purchase return. So here we will record this in the purchase return book. Ajay Traders. Next, Vinayak Agencies returned us goods of rupees 2,000. Vinayak Agencies returned us goods of rupees 2,000. Here, what you are understanding from the transaction, we will understand that Vinayak Agencies has returned us goods of rupees 2,000. It means we might have sold goods to Vinayak Agencies, and since the goods may be not in the good condition, or else it may be in defective condition or damaged condition, or it might have not matched the sample that we had shown, or else it might have not reached the specifications that Vinayak Agencies had given us. So definitely it will come in the sales return. So this is how you will record the transactions in the purchase return book and sales return book. So let us take one more example. Vijay Traders returned us goods of rupees 5,000. So if you read the transaction properly, you will understand that we are not returning. Vijay Traders is returning us goods of rupees 5,000. So definitely it will come in what? Sales return book. So Vijay Traders. And let me explain you the meaning of debit note number and credit note number. Debit note number, you will prepare one note. You will mention the goods you are returning, specifications of goods. For example, 100 bags, each rupees 100 equal to 10,000. For this, you will give one number and then you will sign. So this is called as what? Debit note number. Credit note number will be same, but in that you will write that you have received so much of goods from them, from your customers. So this is debit note number and credit note number. We will see this in the detail in the coming sessions about debit note number and credit note number, how the format is. So here one more transaction is returned goods of rupees 3,000 to Venkatesh Traders. Returned goods of rupees 3,000 to Venkatesh Traders. So we have returned, so it should be recorded in purchase return book Venkatesh Traders. do the total of this, and purchase returns during the year is so much. And do the total this one 2 plus 5 7 7 plus 3 10,000. During the year sales return is how much? 10,000.